our continuing coverage of the 2024 BC Open presented by Discmania here on Parked Pro. It's Jake Elliott, it's Blake Hurdle with you, and with us are you, the patrons of Parked Pro. We thank you so much for the support, and to the PDGA of Canada for supporting initiatives in disc golf here in our country. Coverage presented by Discmania. We're back at Raptors Knoll. It's round 3, it's the back 9, and the championship is on the line. Blake Hurdle.
This is it, folks. This is what it's come down to. We have 9 holes left to play. We got some fierce battling going on. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And we're going to see who comes out on top as you get a look at our scores after 9 holes. It started with a 7-shot lead for Withers. After 9, Chandler Fry able to chip away and get down within 5 with 9 to go.
Yeah, he's in stalking range, looking at his chops, trying to best Scott Withers.
And we'll see if he can do it as you get a look at the overall ratings for our featured lead card here. Withers, Fry, Bryant, and Olson. Is that the iconic third here at Raptors Knoll? We're done with that. We're moving to hole number 10 here at Raptors Knoll. It begins with the triple Mando down the hill.
Triple Mandalorian. Tension is tight. We got a nice little basket down this hill tucked in these rocks. You can throw a nice straight mid slow disc or a putter right at it, or there's a bit of a flexi line, if you will, to get around the trees and to get it to fade right where you want to be to make this putt. You got the road here. It does provide a little bit of wind, and putting can get sketchy around this green.
Tough basket to access with those rock features, and we did mention in the front 9, Blake, as they moved to the 6th, the 7th hole, the wind started to kick up here at Raptors Knoll, and when it starts swirling around this property, it can wreak some havoc. As Colin Bryant, the first to tee off here on the 10th as we kick off the back 9 here on Sunday.
Sliding one up and over the parking lot and washroom, nestles right next to the green here. He's going to be laughing.
Don't see too many people in that area off the tee. Nice shot there from Bryant as Olson goes to the backhand here, and this holding its line beautifully as it approaches the basket.
Yeah, it gets blocked by the rocks. He's going to have a nice little putt.
Chandler Fry. Smooth as always. This one a little baked though, and we'll check up short in the middle of the fairway and a long putt for Chandler Fry.
Yeah, turn that Pathfinder over a little too far.
We've all been there. Scott Withers trying to steer this home for his 4th BC Open championship as he'll go to the sidearm for his tee.
He gets this one up in the wind. It's fading out and a little inside. Bit of a tough look here.
Over there with Fry, not sure who will be first to play. We just got our answer. It's Chanimal with his birdie look to start his back 9. Does it have a chance and just grazes right by the basket, but he'll have to settle for par.
Healthy run. Look at the flag blowing.
And Withers way off the mark with his birdie putt, well low, and catches a rock early. There's Fry with his cleanup par. That means Bryant inside of him for birdie. And he'll get one back here on the leaders with this putt.
Going with the hat backwards now.
A little over the top action.
Mean business.
It's a Stallone reference, people. Look it up.
Not too many movies about the art of arm wrestling, but...
might be the only.
Did you get that to fall in there?
I think so. He'll go scoop that up. And Withers will tap out for his par as well, as off we go here on the back 9 of Raptors on day 3. And after one hole here, the lead remains 5. Withers over Fry.
As we see a nice slow-mo of Colin's forehand that I've been licking my chops at for the last weekend here.
Yeah, a little gallery starting to form here following the leaders down the stretch.
Get to the 11th hole. It's a par 4. We got a tee box tucked in the back. You're throwing from OB. You got to coast into OB here, avoiding this mulch hazard in the middle. You have OB lining the fairway up the right side, bottlenecking to the end of the basket here where there is trees and lots of obstacles in the way.
OB in between those two white stakes on your left and your right as well. Tee shot paramount here on the 11th to set yourself up for a good approach to the basket. Let's see what Bryant can do as the wind continues to whip around here on the 11th tee.
Whoa, that disc's more stable than a 9-to-5 accounting career.
And we'll check up just inside the left stake there, but we'll have to come out and over OB to access the basket from that side of the fairway.
The standard play here is just to bomb a hyzer out there and then to attack the basket with a hyzer too, even if you have to land one up in the trees and plinko down for a little knee putt.
Full send for Olson.
Getting it up in the air, letting it fade back. Nice comfy spot. Pretty stock shot.
Great position there for Olson.
Let's get into a power pocket here.
Fry lining it up. This is trusty driver.
Just a low ripper. It's fading back.
Got to turn, got to sit.
Oh boy, he's not going to love it.
Oh, it skips a little too long for Chandler Fry. He's in the OB and will be shooting 3 from there. See if Withers can take advantage.
Nice comfortable spot for Scott.
Oh, is that going to get back, Blake? That also long and out of bounds there for Withers, and he'll be a little further back than where Fry was out of bounds at as well. So
just too much sauce on that one.
Man, there's an opportunity that just kind of goes by the wayside. You maybe thought gear down a little bit if you're Scott Withers after watching Fry go out of bounds, play a bit of a safer tee shot, but he went aggressive off the tee, and both will pay the price here on the 11th.
Maybe the chess game getting to both throwers. Oh, they're eyeing this one up. Couple of pals trying to make a judgment call on a.
Is it the inside of the post, the outside of the post? And Bryant's like, just give me a ruling. I don't care. Let me throw.
Gets it a little inside, hits a tree. He's going to have a nice look there. Lovely shot.
Yeah, we'll have to check and see whether they gave Bryant the inbounds or out of bounds there when our scores come to fruition.
Nice slow mid. Fading in. Gonna have a little bit of a tough obstructed putt here, but could make good. As we see a nice open shot here for Chandler.
And we'll send it up there, and it'll slide under some trees, and we'll have to see if he'll have a putt. Here's Withers now, shooting his 4th. And he's got some trees to continue with. What?
Some people walking around in the background,
you'd
too.
like them just to kind of stand still back there, and might have distracted Withers, who misses that par attempt, which opens the door for Chandler Fry once again. Now Olson slides it under the branch and in. That was a crafty putt.
Pretty technical. Went through the branches there. Lucky to get enough on it to get in the basket. So now we see Scott taking knees.
Man, this is no picnic either here for Withers, who has to get right low to try and get this one under the trees, but then over top of the basket into the chains here. Got to be careful with this one.
Yeah, nose up. Perfect little chain sniffer. That's perfect.
So bogey for Withers. Let's see if Fry can take advantage as he'll move his way to his lie. And this is cakewalk here. This is a tap in for Fry, and there's another stroke for Chandler. So they'll move their way to the 12th, as will we, as you watch the tee shot from young Axel Olson, who cards a birdie here on the 11th. As you watch the tee, you watch the finish. A little fist pump there.
Here we go, folks. The 12th hole, par 3, 316 feet rather. We are tucked in the back of this gem of a course. You have a wooded shot here, lots of trees to navigate. You have a tucked little basket in this fast little fairway. Trouble everywhere. Sneaking around this corner through this little guardian log. that'll stop any skip up and leave you with a little bit of a putt. Super technical hole. Jake, what are we doing?
2 is a great score on this. New tee pad here at Raptors Knoll for the gold pad as well. And mission number 1, get out that initial gap. Have something moving to hyzer flip, I would say. Just try and work your way down. If you can get past that kind of log pile 3/4 of the way down the fairway, you're in real good shape. Let's see what Olson can do. This on a great line here, Blake, and a little bit short. He's right around those logs there, and I'll have to throw a little Anheuser putt or something from that area.
Yeah, you got a little caught up halfway down. Ooh, you don't see this forehand line too often.
And that goes out of our camera shot, Blake, but I want to say that ended up pretty good with the angle that one was on out of the hand, and that should be fairly down the fairway from that release.
Nice, buttery, smooth backhand that gets obstructed, knocks him down. You'll be in the middle of the fairway. You'll have a nice forehand chip in.
Man, that was on a great line. Just a touch high, but that is not on a great line. And after carding a bogey on 11, a shank off the tee on 12, and work to be done here for Withers from a knee and well back from the pin.
Lots to navigate here. He does well getting up this far.
Gone over that log formation, but you can see that disc right there. That's somebody's tee shot, Blake, and now Withers shooting 3 where his competitor shooting 2. As Fry will try and navigate a little esser through the tunnel and does very well to lay that one up for a 3.
Anyone in striking distance here, it's going to be a little easier to putt with the wind blocking. As he almost rings it up.
Pole hit for Olson. Here's Withers for his par.
Ooh, almost inside.
That one comes up a tad short. Is this a birdie? Look here for Bryant after his tee. He's got to look at the basket here.
Staring it down with confidence.
A tad short for Bryant. So everybody in for par except Withers.
See that Canada patch on Chandler Fry's bag. I'd love to see that.
He loves it up in the Great White North.
I know Scott Withers really likes this course too. Good friends of Stuart McKissick.
There it is. The bogey for Withers, and the lead is now down to 3. Blake, last 2 holes, 2 strokes gain for Chandler Fry, which once was a 7-shot lead.
Ooh, that looked like a football.
I know, I was going to mention that, and I think we actually see another one here as well.
Nope, that's good.
That's clean, but I digress. A look at the overall leaderboard here. The back 9 started with a 5-shot lead, and just after 3 holes, we are now down to just a 3-shot lead here. Chandler Fry closing in here on Withers after 12.
This is getting palpable. I'm sure that Scott's shaking a little bit. He's only 3 strokes up. We got a lot of golf left, folks.
-6 for Fry, -2 for Withers, and the battle is officially on here at the BC Open. As we go to the par 5 13th here at Raptors Knoll, Mando off the tee. Couple of different options here, Blake. You can throw a kind of a stock forehand around the corner, or if you want to get ballsy and go big, you can kind of go up and over these tall trees and hope you can make your way to the fairway.
Yeah, I think the big arms are going to try to throw something with some turn over top of the trees, end up somewhere around here, giving them a look at this sloped fairway, but there is a roller play, and it just depends on how saucy you want to get. I mean, it's time to chase Scott down, so I think everyone's going to have the gas pedal down.
See one of the pin locations there on your right, over 1,053 feet here to this new pin location tucked up into the trees, which allows you to go pretty aggressive at the hole for your approach, but trouble looms all over the place as we go to the tee box and Axel Olson, who will play that forehand line with his first shot.
Yeah, just a stock forehand. This is a good spot, middle of the fairway. Good little control shot here.
Looks like Bryant lining up the same line. There's a colorful scorecard for him here on day 3.
Gets a flex here, nice and high. Drops down in the middle of the fairway. He'll be all right with that.
He's got some power on that forehand. No question about it for the lanky Colin Bryant, as now the stocky Chandler Fry will go with the backhand, and he's going up and over here, Blake, with a big shot down 3. Can he make it work here on 13?
He trickles down under these trees. It's going to be a good spot. He might even be able to cut the corner a little bit.
Withers, with all sorts of power on his forehand, steps into this one. Pretty tight line here, and this should be up on the right side, and kind of bounces through that trophy area and should have flat footing.
Everyone's kind of has a similar shot into that fairway here. These trees are big and fluffy, so getting them up and over can be a challenge. Ooh, flirting with the OB here.
It was up in the sky for a while, but it bounces down safe for Olson. Here's Bryant with his second. He's going high.
He puts a good poke hyzer on this. It's going to fade down, and you can't cut that corner, but OB does come into play again there. He's in a nice spot. He'll be able to throw something up right into the basket
I
here.
don't know if the camera work is really doing justice to that slope around this corner, how steep it is, and the flatter of a lie you can get, that's a great spot to be there for Withers for his third shot.
They called this the NASCAR hole in development, and they didn't know which way they were going to go, if they were going to go the traditional route they're going now, or if it was going to go from basket to tee box. But it's a gorgeous hole, and it does slope quite a bit. So if you don't match the plane of the slope, you can roll away. And there's OB down to the left there, and if you throw a hyzer that skips too much, it can get a little tough with that out of bounds looming on the left side.
Here comes Withers with his third as he's trying to go straight at it. This one leaking left. There's OB over there.
That is way too cute. You have the chance to just bomb one right into this basket with a backboard. You got to take advantage and smush one right up there.
We'll have to see whether that stayed in bounds. This one also leaking left, and that's going to be okay. Tough putt from there, but he can see the basket. Now Chandler, he's on that side hill. And this is a shot where you have to play something a little more flippy due to that side hill lie.
Yeah, you don't want to fight the slope. You want to play the slope. As you see Chandler running one in there, he might have a reach out, straddle something.
Yeah, a little short, but...
Oh, flirting with disaster here. That was really close to OB.
This looks like it's on a great line here, Blake. This just needs to finish a little bit, and it pokes through right up to the basket for Axel Olson. And that's going to be an easy birdie for the youngster.
As we see Scott just scrambling up to the basket here.
So that was his fourth. He'll tap in for par. This a birdie look for Bryant. Tricky. And caught some tree branches there and gets knocked down.
Yeah, with the arm of Scott, you would think that he'd want to go after the birdie here, and I'm sure he's going to be...
Well, we did not see the finish of Chandler's shot, but there it is there, Blake. And this for a 4 for Chandler Fry, who was once down 7 shots, is now only down 2, and we still have holes to play here as Chandler Fry is charging down Scott Withers, who settles for the par. Another stroke for Chanimal.
This is getting tight. The tension is thick. Oh,
you could not ask for more dramatics here for the BC Open as you watch the third shot for Axel Olson, which was an absolute gem as he cards the birdie on 13. And we make our way back up the hill to the tee box of hole 14, the treacherous par 3 14th.
It's not as easy as it looks. It's right there. You think, okay, I'm just going to throw a putter, land it nice and easy. This island is deceiving. The bailout is just throwing a hyzer up on the left side and letting it trickle down to the green, leaving you with a bit of a death putt. But easier said than done here. There's a bit of a fast green. You got this island that you have to make, and you just got to land one in the mulch and make your putt.
And if you're running a little hot, you can cool off in Copper Creek, just in front of the green.
Where my Crescent Falcon 2 is. Thanks, Jake.
Quick skip up onto the green. Just enough airspace under that disc for Axel to land safely. Chandler will go with the standstill forehand. Sends it out pretty wide, but will finish strong. And not the easiest of putts. You're putting right towards the OB there, but well within Chandler's range.
Yeah, there's no real safe attack at the basket here. As you see, a beautiful shot by Colin Bryant here.
Fans gathering around the 14th green here to watch Scott Withers send his tee shot away. And does this have enough on it?
Whoa.
Oh, mercy. Look at this, Blake Hurdle. Scott Withers short of the green. OB to the drop zone. Now putting for par. Chandler Fry with a birdie look.
And the stepper makes, he's short, hit the basket, drop down. He's going to have a bogey.
Oh, he's talking to himself, Blake. He's shaking his head. He's got some negative thoughts brewing right now, and rightly so, as he will take that one's slipping by there for Olson, but the attention right now is on this putt here for Chandler Fry. A chance to get within one.
That's a two-stroke swing. He's loving it.
We might be tied after this, Blake. I think bogey coming here for Withers. We are going to be tied after hole 14. He's made up 5 shots in 14 holes, 15, 16, 17, 18 to play, and a tie atop the leaderboard as Fry has come all the way back.
You see the smile. You see the gleam in the eye. He looks thirsty. He wants to take this thing down.
Incredible. It was a 7-shot lead after day 2. Then it was down to 5 after 9, and Fry has just chipped away. Withers has come back as well. His play hasn't been up to his standards either. And with the combination of the two, Chandler Fry on fire and Withers cooled right off, we suddenly have ourselves a tie with 4 holes to go.
You wonder if Withers thinks that he got a little too cute earlier on in the round with some of his layups.
Wow. From the blue pad here, the second and only other blue pad we play here at the BC Open, and it's the most difficult hole here at Raptors Knoll. 498 par 4, dogleg right.
This is a difference maker. This tee shot is vital to get into a spot where you can have a full swing at a shot up this hazard hill. You see this hill here is a hazard. It's deceptive. It's steep. Anything to the left and right is out of bounds until you clear inbounds with these stakes. You still have to make your way over these trees or through them to a tucked, tough, sloping green. Par is great. Birdie is greater.
Hashtag tough here on the 15th. And can be a real separator here as you get a look at the scorecard for Chandler Fry. The eagle on 5. And birdies galore as he's to 8 under here as he steps to the 15th, trying to turn up the pressure here on Withers.
Makes good on a nice forehand. He gets caught up on a tree before the Mando.
It's going to be tough to get up to the green from that area. We'll see how he wants to play it. As Bryant with the sidearm.
I like this one, swinging out a little wider. He does get caught up, but he's in a decent spot. He might have a crafty little look to get up on the plateau.
He's got the power to do it. As Olson also to the forehand, and this one a little wider. Should be good here, and it fights through to the bottom deck, and that's prime time position there for Olson.
That's a perfect spot. It's going to leave him with a nice uphill forehand into the basket.
You can see 3 bogeys on the last 4 holes here for Withers as he tries to turn it around. He's got to remember here, Blake, he's still tied for the lead in the BC Open.
There was a good one there. Has a nice line. Little flexy forehand. It should be in a good spot.
Fry going up from a tough spot. There is OB and Hazard over there. Did not see a flag. We'll have to check the lie after Bryant will send his approach up the hill.
Gets one turned over. It's fading back. It's going to be right under the tree. It's going to have a tough putt, but a putt nonetheless.
Withers now. A chance to put a little pressure back on Chandler here with a good one.
Looking like he got caught up as well in the tree, and he'll have a little bit of a roll away.
Oh, but looks like an opening where his putt came, or his disc came to rest. He might have a clean look at the basket.
Might have a bit of a nose-up spinner putt because there's a bit of a ceiling issue with these branches.
Popular spot is Olson. Now, here we go. Fry the first to play from about 53 and a quarter on an Annie, and he'll put it under the basket here. Easy par coming. Withers a chance to gain a stroke if he can make this one.
Oh, it caught a leaf.
Oh, Withers is just beside himself after that miss, and we will remain tied after 15 holes. Causing havoc. Those branches just in front of the basket. Tough to get around them. Olson got around him, but can't get it in the basket.
Chain tickler off the left side.
So a star par here on the 15th for our 4 lead card members. And the scores remain the same. Withers and Fry at 28. Bryant and Olson at 23. And down the stretch we come here at the BC Open with 3 to play.
Yeah, we've got 3 holes coming up. They're very scoreable. It's going to be foot to the floor. We're going to see who's coming out the winner. See a nice slow-mo of Colin Bryant's forehand there.
So difficult to get stretched out like that and throw a shot uphill as far as he did.
With tough footing around trees. Let's check out the scoreboard.
To be young again. Chandler Fry has caught Scott Withers with an 8 under here on the final day as Withers stumbling along at -1. But 3 holes to play and all to play for. And it's going to come down to Fry and Withers on 16, 17, and 18 for a BC Open championship.
Yeah, watching Chandler top Scott with 7 strokes here through 15 holes. You see a little bit of momentum shift here, and we wonder who's going to...
A little bit.
It's a lot of bit of momentum shift here. Chandler's on fire, and he's looking to go low here. So let's check out the 16th hole. It's a par 3. It's 418 feet. We got a nice, beautiful stock hyzer down wide around these trees. You got OB left, you got OB deep and right. You have a little bit of trouble on the right side of the tee box. If you throw it too far to the right side, you have a nice little basket tucked away in the shade here. A little bit of a ceiling issue, but you want to throw a nice stock hyzer, get a pump on it, throw one up right around here, smash your putt for bird.
Tight OB in behind the basket, and this hole has changed a little bit due to some weather damage. You mentioned in round number 1, some trees have had to be taken out of the fairway, and I think some replanting will happen. But this is a fairly wide open tee shot for these big bombers, and we'll see how close to the basket Fry can get as he leads us off here on the 16th.
Step 1, get down this corridor. Let it leak back towards the basket, just like this. This is yummy.
Turning and stopping uphill putt, 28 feet for Chandler Fry.
I love the form. Give me that form all day long.
You can tell he just learned how to play the game from a young age and got taught the right way as he puts that inside the circle.
You see Axel Olson pumping one out there on hyzer. It's fading in. It's got enough pop. He's going to be right under the tree. Parkinson's right under the basket.
Oh, my goodness. Welcome to Utah. Park City right there for Axel Olson. As now Withers with Fry within striking distance. Can he come up with a good one here on the 16th? Early or late release, I might say. Well, it's still going to fight far enough here, Blake, and really lucky there for Withers.
He is so fortunate that the branch let his disc go there. You can get caught up there and drop right there, and it's tough.
Actually lands inside Fry's disc, so Chandler will be first to putt here. Trying to take the lead in the BC Open, and he does.
Oh. Confident putt right in the middle. He's got some pep to his step.
It doesn't even look like he's got a pulse right now. And now Withers will try and match that here on the 16th. Trying to get to 29 under. In it goes for Scott Withers as he answers the bell.
And slow walk up to the basket to get his disc. It's going to be Axel Olson, CTP.
Bryant converts, and you know Olson will as well. Another star hole, this time of the birdie variety, and that's what you're looking for coming down the stretch here on a Sunday. All 4 competitors card the 2 here on the 16th.
So I grew up playing golf, and for whatever reason, their closest to the pin shout-out is KP, and I have no idea why they do that, but
me,
CTP for us.
I think we call it traditional golf, too. Like, let's differentiate.
Golf, traditional golf, whatever you want. We're here for some discs today.
That's right, and we only have 2 holes to go. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage here on Park Pro so far. Jake Elliott, Blake Hurdle with you. And don't forget, if you want to find us, you can do so during the Pro Tour season at the Ace Pop Podcast, as well as probably going to have Chandler Fry on the show. That's a guy we haven't had on yet, and we might just have to line up Chandler Fry down the road here a little bit. But speaking of down the road, let's go down the road of hole 17, par 4, 714 feet.
Beautiful hole. We got a tee box tucked way in the back. You're going to have to pump something really far, 400 plus, uphill through a gap. Get yourself onto some fairway. Left side of the fairway has a lot of trees. You got OB left and right. If you can put a good move on a driver, you can have another fairway look in to try to smash one up to this basket and try to make your birdie. But this is a bit of a pump uphill through a gap.
A couple of tricky trees depending on your landing zone as well. This one has some good turn on it right to the middle, center cut of the fairway here for Fry, and that was an absolute hammer.
Yeah, he put a wallop on that one. Another nice line here. Just gliding right up the hill. It's going to fade out towards the red tee pad.
That is big as well.
He'll have some trees in the way to get at the basket. You want to end up on the right side of the fairway if possible. This one's turning towards that line, which we love, and is moving.
You can really see these young kids, just how they throw their entire body into their shots. It's amazing.
That was a lens spinner.
Now Withers.
Bit of a colorful card here.
And this one going right, catches some trees. Is it going to stay in? It will, but he is going to be behind a bush, and I don't know what kind of shot he's going to have from that area. Advantage Fry here on 17 as Withers is going to have to go to a patent pending.
Wow.
To get out of this spot that he's in here on the 17th fairway.
Huge momentum shift. Can't even put one towards the green here. He's just laying up to put one in a good spot.
Yeah, pretty safe shot there for Withers. It does land in a good spot, and he'll have a go at the basket from there, but well outside range from probably about 68 feet.
Getting one up and around these trees on hyzer, trying to let it leak back into the basket, and does beautifully.
Oh, what a shot there from Bryant as he used the wind to his advantage. And now here's the approach from Fry. Can he get it close?
Looks a little turned over. There is a fence there.
Gets past that. He might be on the back side there, Blake. I think it's inbounds for Fry. He may have a birdie luck.
Could be a straddle backdoor putt there. Nice looking forehand here.
That's the one. Oh, my goodness. That one buzzed the tower, but then does skip out of bounds. Now Withers quickly on that forehand. Look at the wind. Push that disc towards the basket as it's really swirling here around the 17th green.
Yeah, he played the Jerry curl pretty good there.
So that's a par for Withers. Here's the birdie putt for Fry to take the lead. Yes, sir, for Chandler Fry. 30 under the first to 30. And with one hole to play here, Blake Hurdle, Chandler Fry has come back from 7 and now takes the lead here on the 17th. High five indeed. One hole to go, Chandler Fry in the lead.
Yeah, the shoulders are back, the eyes are open. He's ready to sink his teeth into another tee shot. You see Axel Olson leaking one out to the left side again.
The putter has really let Olson down. Probably what really helped him get onto this lead. Final card here on day 3 has kind of let him down here on the Sunday. If you think back, 4 or 5, even 6 putts he's left short, chained out. Can make a big difference in your round. And you can see example A of that right there from Chanimal as he cans the birdie look on the 17th and will take a one-shot lead to the tee of 18 after coming back from 7 shots here on the final round. To the par 3 we go, 324, elevated pin. Take us home, Blake Hurdle.
All comes down to this. We got OB on the left side. We got a drop-off cliff. We have a little bit of a bunker behind and left of the basket. We got an elevated basket. We got trees blocking the right side. It's a nice little forehand up and above the OB that hyzers back towards the rock, or a nice straight mid that goes straight towards this rock. Hopefully you can nestle up and tap in your putt. All comes down to this.
Elevated basket can always play a factor here, as well as there is a little bit of trouble if you happen to airmail your putt long down towards the practice basket. We shall see. But first, fist pounds all around. What if you're Scott Withers right now? If you're Chandler Fry, what is going through your mind here as you step to the tee?
Well, I think for Withers, he knows he's a stroke back. He is got to try to put something real close. He's got to stuff one real tight, and he's got to hope that, like this, Chandler messes up and has a little bit more meat on the bone to take care of his birdie.
Yeah, pretty safe shot there for Fry. Keeps it in bounds, but well short, and I'll be eager to see whether he takes a go at that birdie look with the one-shot lead. Withers will try and crank it up here. A good shot, good chance we're off to a playoff here if he can put this one close.
As you see Colin Bryant with the standard stock forehand, as Scott does here.
It looks good, Blake.
It
It
does.
looks real good. It skips past the hole. About 29 feet here. Back up. This is the side that you want to be putting from for a birdie look. Withers will have a look to try and tie Fry if he does not go for his birdie look here on 18.
And this one's sent deep and wide towards the practice baskets. That's going to be OB.
And almost took a piece of the gallery. Here's the look for Fry. This from well away and wants nothing to do with it. He'll just lay that one up and put the pressure on Withers to make his putt to try and tie him and send this to a playoff. Wow. And here we go, Blake Hurdle. From about 22, 23 feet, I would say.
This one gets the pulse going, folks.
This for a tie and a playoff here at the BC Open. Once had a 7-shot lead, now down 1. Needs to can this for an extra hole. And he skips off the basket and rolls harmlessly to the ground, and that is going to do it. I cannot believe what we just witnessed. A 7-shot comeback on the final day. And goes on to win by 1. Chandler Fry will be your BC Open champion.
And you can see this disgust in Withers' eyes. He knows he let one slip away today. Got a little cute.
Well, let's not get carried away. I should probably make sure Chandler makes his putt first, but I don't think the Chanimal is missing this one.
You don't go in cruise control and miss the... You don't miss that one. And there he is. Your BC Open 2024 champion, Chandler Fry.
What a comeback. What a comeback. You just don't see that, Blake, especially from he'll get a big embrace here from Thomas Gilbert. Big dap up here from Colin Bryant, but you just don't see, especially with a guy that has won this tournament multiple times, knows this course, to give up a 7-shot lead on the final day.
And I think it started early on, just getting, like I said, a little cute. And,
Trophy presentation time.
Ryan Hammerquist, the assistant tournament director.
So Chandler Fry will show off the hardware. He'll get an embrace from Scott Withers. Class act right there, showing good sportsmanship.
BC,
Let's listen in here
people, you guys
to
have an
Chandler
awesome
Fry.
community here. I want to thank Chance for letting me stay at his place, Thomas for annoying me all weekend, Thought Space Athletics, Infinite, Whale Sacks, Pound, all of that. I love you guys, and I can't wait to come back next year. Appreciate it.
Now you just heard it, Blake. He's coming back for 2025 to try and defend his title. As a look one more time here at the final scoreboard, the leaderboard. Chandler Fry attops them all with a 10-under round on the final day to win by 1.
Well, Jake, this was tons of fun. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and I hope we get to do this again sometime.
I could not agree more, my friend. What a time it was indeed, and what a tournament for Chandler Fry as he gets past Scott Withers to win the BC Open by 1. Want to take some time here to thank once again the patrons of Park Pro for supporting these broadcasts. I want to thank the PDGA of Canada, of course, the Park Pro boys, Matt and Andre, for giving us a chance to try something new, have some fun, and hopefully entertain some disc golf fans as well. That's going to do it here for us on Park Pro and the BC Open. For Blake Hurdle, I've been Jake Elliott, and get out there and play some disc golf, and when you do, drive for show and putt for dough. We'll talk to you next time here on Park Pro.